Are you stuck? Are you finding it hard to move forward? If so, I'd like to share with you some advice I gave to one of the coaches that I'm mentoring now. And that's coming up next on Higher Learning. Are you stuck? You know what it's like. You can't seem to move forward. I call it the Plateau Syndrome. When you climb the mountain, you reach the plateau, and you want to move forward to the next height of that mountain, but you can't seem to get it together. I was sharing with one of the coaches that I'm mentoring. There are some things that we need to understand about ourselves if we want to be able to move forward. So I'll be sharing with you periodically some tips, if you will, to help you move forward. And one of those tips is understanding our strength, our weaknesses, our opportunities, and our threats. First of all, our strength. I'm always amazed after a counseling or coaching session with one of my clients how to begin to understand what is deep within them. And after a very detailed conversation, let's put it that way, they discover what strengths they do have. Our strength, if you're a believer like I am, we know comes from the Lord. But we need to operate within that strength that God has given us. And once we understand the strength that we do have, we need to look at our weaknesses. Yes, we have weaknesses, we have limitations. But understanding that limitations does not stop us from moving forward. It just allows us to realize what we need to do and who we need to depend on when we're weak. The Bible is clear. God is our strength, but He's also there in our weaknesses. When we're weak, when we don't have the ability, when we don't have the intestinal fortitude, if you will, to move forward, our dependency on God is crucial so that we can continue to move forward. And what we learn is when we understand our strength, when we understand our weaknesses, we then look for opportunities to move forward. What opportunities have come before you that you looked at and realized, I can't do that? But then after you take a true assessment of who you are, understanding your strength, understanding your weaknesses, begin to realize these opportunities are there. These doors are opening, and this is a chance for me to move forward. So take a look at every opportunity that comes your way and realize, yeah, this is doable. I can do this. There are also going to be threats, obstacles that are going to come in your way. And those obstacles are there sometimes as an interference from Satan or as a lesson from the Lord. But if we're taking the time to study your word, if you're taking the time to have a true relationship with God, you begin to understand which is which. You think about the children of Israel when they crossed over to Canaan. There was a wall. They went around that wall and they did exactly what God told them to do. And what looked like an obstacle turned out to be a pile of rubble because God was in the mix. So take a look at your strength, take a look at your weaknesses, take a look at those opportunities that do come, and take a look at the threats that are around you. Make a true assessment of who you are as an individual. Make sure that you're spending time with God, reading His Word, learning who He is, learning what it means to be a child of God, and watch those situations that you thought was dire become the victory that God has for you. You can move forward, my brothers and sisters. All you have to do is trust in the Lord, believe in His power, understanding His strength, understanding the knowledge that you get from God, and utilizing everything God has given you so you can move forward and be all that God wants you to be. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.